Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. First trading day of the week. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please let me know in the chat, preferably with a VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. I see Badgers here, Dave, Penny. What's the matter? What did you talk about my mic? By the way, Joey's here in the background trying to make this all right. Yeah, there's static and audio. All right, horrible sound. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, that's why Joey is here. Wow, everybody there. Everybody saying, all right, is it getting any better? All right, hold on. All right, hold on. All right, I plugged the mic back in. Glad it's not my ears, says Fitz. Hang on tight. I know. Not better. Yes, sound not good. Oh, it's good now? All right. Wow, I don't know. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. If Joey wasn't here, we'd be screwed because I wouldn't know what to do. I would have just been sitting here going. That's why This is why Joey's here. Wow. Someone says that was not Joey's fault. It was fixed with the JPI. I'm not getting into that. I'm so not getting this. Hush up, John. I'm about to put you in timeout. It was Gremlins. Joey is an MVP. I don't take that away from him. He is the MVP, and he got it back up and running. So, all right. So now everyone can hear me loud and clear. Glad. First trading day of the week. First live stream of the week. Everybody's gonna now bump up Joey's head. Huge. It's gonna happen. It's all right. It's gonna happen. Let's start off today with how many people are brand new to. Huh? Who? No, that's my line. You can't use that. No, you can't use that. That's my line. How many people are brand new to the channel? Type of 1 in the room. I want to shout out the brand new people first off today. Huh? Oh, let's do a poll. All right, Joey's going to do a poll. I want to know how many people are brand new to the channel. Starting off the week with the brand new people. Joey's going to put wow, we got good. There it is. Are you brand new to the channel? Joey put a poll up in the background. Joey put wow, we got a lot of brand new people. I love that. Hey, for everybody who's typing on 1 in the room, VV Nation, let's welcome them to the room. All right, let's welcome them to the room. Love to have brand new people to the channel, especially with a lot of things that are going on in the market. This is what we do. We brand new people, just clap or say something. Type in something. Welcome newbies, do something. John, if you have to ask the question about defining brand new, then you know you ain't brand new. How about that? All right. With everything that's going on in the market had a roller coaster ride last week, big down, a week and a half ago, big down day, rebound last week. What is the market doing now? We're going to talk about it. This is the place where you're going to get great information to help you guys make better decisions. So, again, to all of the brand new people in the room, I wanted to start off really quick to shine some light on you and say thank you very much for taking the time today to join the channel. We do this every Monday. On Tuesdays, we have no live stream. On Wednesday, Ryan and I have a live stream at 2 p.m. Thursday, I have a live stream, Trending Thursdays at 2 p.m. And on Friday, I have a live stream with the mobile application at 12 p.m. So Dave says, ask lots of questions. Either Glenn or VV Nation will answer them. And by the way, to all of the new people in the room, you don't have to just listen to me. VV Nation will do the best that they can to answer your questions as well. All right, so the first thing for all of the new people in the room, we're looking at the home page of our desktop system, and we have something called the color guard. And in the color guard, it gives you really great information on how to manage your portfolios. I'm not going to say that it's designed to help you to day trade or the swing trade, but it's designed to show you how to manage your portfolio. When you see a lot of yellow in the color guard, just like when you get to a yellow light, caution. This is a time where you tighten the stops, take profits on your portfolios. I'm not telling anybody to panic sell or panic buy or anything. The majority of the color in the color guard right now says, right now, be cautious in your portfolios. If you do put on new trades, if you got a lot of yellow lights, put on a half of a trade. Instead of putting $200 into a trade, put $100 in the trade. Also, during the yellow time, don't be afraid to take some profits off the table. You can't go wrong taking a profit. Even if you don't want to close out of a whole position, take some profits and close half of the position. All right? One thing that I am looking at today, based upon all of the yellow as well, look further into the color guard. Under the trend column, you see the first two letters is up. That means the primary wave of the market is up. That means our VectorVest composite is moving higher on a week-over-week basis. That's a bullish sign. Now, again, it doesn't mean back up the truck and go start buying, go on a buying spree or anything. But if the market gives you an opportunity as we go further down, the market gives you an opportunity to pick up some stocks. We got a mixed market today by way of the indicator of the indices. If you find a stock that you feel has some upside potential, I'm not telling you not to buy it, but if you do, just be very careful doing that as well. Ocean One says you will to all the brand new people in the room. Make sure you hit the like button. We get more stock picks that way, not to regret it. There you go. That is one of the rules that I have. At the end of the session, I will look at your stocks. All right. But for every 10 likes we have, I will look at one stock. So depending on how many likes you put up there will depend on how many stocks we look at. Right now, we got 32 likes. We're just still early in the session, and that's fine. All right. So this is a broad overview of what's going on in the market. Again, for the brand new people, this is a great way of at least looking at how to manage your portfolio, not to take specific action right now, but at least to get you into the mindset of what you should be doing with your positions. Now, the next thing we're going to do, I got to find my mouse. Next thing we got to do is get into the VectorVest software and take a look at what's going on here. All right. Let's go to the program. And right here, I always like to start off from a market standpoint, showing you what's going on in the market. This is what you're looking at called the VVC, or the VectorVest composite. It tracks the movement of over 9,000 stocks in the market, and we like to look at it as the broad market move to give us a sense of which way the market is going. So all of the debacle with the carry trade, with everything that was going on with missing non-farm payrolls or payrolls, this happened not last week, but the week before. The market free fell. We found a level of support. Market now, for those of you who are brand new, we have indicators to let us know when the market is looking for a bottom. Notice that on this big down day, take that off. On this big down day, I'm going to show you an indicator that we have called the MTI and the buy to sell ratio. When the MTI, which is cast on a scale between 0 and 2, gets to the level of about 0.6, the market is starting to look for a bottom. The buy to sell ratio lets us know when the market's looking for a bottom when it gets to the value of 0.20. Notice we got very close 2 days after an actual bottom to say that the market was looking for a bottom. And what did the market start to do? 2 days later, started to move up. Here's today's action. We got a little bit of a down bar today, but we got a little bit of buying pressure with the big wick at the bottom of the composite. Interesting that we're still moving higher. So I'm going to draw a trend line. I'm going to draw a trend line from this candle when the debacle finally finished. We're still trending higher. We've got a level of resistance on the composite sitting at the value of 66.38. Look at where we stopped, really close to that level, puts us back into this long, elongated channel that we were in for about 3-4 weeks, almost a month, in a sideways channel. We're back in that channel. Am I going to tell you it's okay to buy stocks today? Well, we are trending higher from this low. We've got a down day. I always find it hard to buy stocks long on a down day because I always want to buy stocks when the market's rising. Well, the market overall is rising, but a down day today. So if you do decide to take advantage of any stocks, I would do it very, very cautiously. Well, that's what the color guard was saying as well. So I always want to start off with what's going on in the market currently so that you got a feel of,
Today is a down day. You don't panic. You don't panic and sit back and go, oh my gosh, I'm going to sell everything. All that yellow means don't be afraid to take profits. And if you are going to get into something, do it cautiously. Only put on half a position. All right. Now, let's get into what's going on in the news, what's pushing the market in this direction. And I'm always going to start off, on Mondays. I always want to look at what's going on for the week. Investing.com. This is going to be a very interesting week. We've got CPI coming out. PPI, gosh dang it. Producer, flip. All right. There you go. Producer price index. I'm sorry. Sometimes, folks, I get a little moment in my head and I go through some stuff. So July 12th, we had higher, which was, it was good. And let's close that back out. So we got PPI coming out tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we've got the CPI coming out. That's going to be a big move for the market and gives us more insight on if the Fed's really going to cut in September or not. For all of those who know me, I don't think that we should be, but I'm not the economist. Well, neither is Jerome Powell, by the way, in case you didn't know. But nonetheless, I think it's almost baked in that he's going to cut, but we'll see. We got a lot of data that come out before the decision that may make or break the idea that he will or will not cut. Thursday, we have exports. We got retail sales. Friday, we got housing, building. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to shed some more light on just how strong or not strong the economy is, and this will affect the market. So I do expect some volatility in the market this week. Should not cut I agree, Prakash. I don't think that he should, but we'll see. VP said, Glenn, that's called a brain fart. Yeah, it was called a brain fart. It was. So I wanted to set the table with what things could affect the market and your trades going into the week. Now, interesting story. U.S. consumers could become discouraged. That's a key word because there's a lot of pressure on the Fed to cut without rate cuts. That's what Bank of America CEO says. And I think you're right. I think a lot of people are betting on this cut. If they don't get it, they're going to feel like the rug has been pulled out from beneath them. But if the economy doesn't warrant a cut, then we shouldn't get a cut. But a lot of people are thinking that the Fed is always going to come late to the party. All right, and with that, is he going to cut? And now we're looking at more than just 0.25%. I'm hearing probably 0.5, and maybe half a basis or 0.75. That's cutting aggressively. All right, but if the market or the economy doesn't warrant it, I don't think we should get it. We need him to cut, or the market will crash big. And that's what how many people? Well, I'm not going to ask that question because I know the answer to it. I think most people in the room will say that the Fed always reacts or comes to the party late. I think that everybody knows that. You say that the market will crash big. But if the economy is still strong enough to withstand not having a cut, will it still crash big? That's a good question. I don't know. Today is a great day to sit on my hands and do nothing except watching stops. Bill, I like that. Let the market crash. It's a down market. Ooh, a lot of people will say, let the people talk. Let the people talk. We'll see. All right, next story. Here's another story. Buy stocks as the Fed has plenty of bullets at its disposal. All right, interesting story. Alpine Macro acknowledges that recent market corrections were triggered by a combination of factors, including the unwinding of the yen carry trade, weak but positive July non-farm payrolls, and disappointing profit guidance from Amazon. All right, so Prakash says key thing is interest payment on government note. High interest rates means it costs us a lot more money to service the debt. Lowering the interest rates will make it a little easier, but the debt is freaking phenomenal. What is that, $36 trillion? You know what the debt is on the trying to cover that? Cover the interest on that is a lot of money. I'm hearing some talk of deflation. How would that affect things? It would be bad. Inflation is bad. Deflation is bad. Disinflation is, all of that stuff is bad.
So Amir may have a point in regards to the market could crash, but if the market can sustain itself, maybe it can and we won't get a crash. You know something? There's a lot of moving parts. A gazillion in debt. Oh my, I hear you. Let's go to the next story. 2.4 billion wiped off. Oh, how many heard this story? Now this is, how many people know of Hindenburg? 2.4 billion wiped off the Adonai shares. That was in India after Hindenburg allegations against regulator. The thing that I hate, that I dislike the most with Hindenburg is that they put their short positions in before they put the story out. I feel some kind of way about that. Do you agree or disagree? All right, do you agree or disagree? They always get into their short positions. I found this out. They get into their short positions before they put the stories out, which I feel some kind of way about that, folks. You know, you're gonna go take a position and then go beat up on somebody. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. So I just put that out there. But you know, they come at you and they have all of their ducks in a row when they come at you. $2.4 billion wiped off of this, and that kind of sucks. Oh, Bill says insider trading 101 by Hindenburg. They do this to leverage their short. I think that it's not cool. I do. I feel that kind of way. I don't think that that's cool. But Prakash says thief Adonai. Now, I haven't dug deep into the story. But as I do, I'm probably going to put out a short on this on Wednesday. Let me find out. All right, what? Are you brand new? 79% of the people that typed in today are brand new? Wow. That's amazing. I love that. Huh? Oh, 70. Oh, no.
20% are brand new.
Oh, 20% are brand new. Okay, I got you. Well, why don't you type it in so I can read it right, Joey? Sigh. All right. Next story. And again, Prakash, I'm supposed to do a short on Wednesdays. I'm going to look into this and I'm going to do a short on this on Wednesdays. All right. Next story. Universal Music Meta expand music licensing agreement. Now, UMG was the first major music company to license Facebook back in 2017, and this new agreement will further expand the possibilities for music within the Meta ecosystem, said the company represents star artists like Taylor Swift. I saw something come out from Taylor about music and something and Billie Eilish. So I think that this could be very beneficial for both Meta and UMG. That's why it's in my stories today. Ooh-wee! Exroff. Finally, some news that could put Exroff on the positive side of the market. All right. Joey's real job here is to help Glenn accurately read the chat box. Thank you, Joey. I'm not paying attention to that either. I think everybody just wants to see me get triggered on Monday. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. And Joey's sitting in the background laughing at his little computer. I know he is. And
It's more of a chuckle.
no, it's a laugh. I can hear it. Even though you were muted, I can still hear it. X-Roll announces cell driver pilot strategic agreement and purchase order. Key words to the story is purchase order. Could this be the start? Could this be the start of X-Roll getting ready to rock and roll? People know I've talked about X-Roll. People think I'm pumping it. I don't. I'm not in it right now, back and forth. But this could be a good sign for X-Roll to start moving. So I had to put it in one of my stories today. Next story. This is big. Disney making money, losing money, this, that, jazz. I did this one just for you. Disney orders 4 new builds. They're ordering 4 new cruise ships. That's a lot of money. You know, and I haven't seen in the story how much money this is going to cost, but that's going to take a lot of money for Disney to build 4 new ships, bringing their fleet up to 13. 13. That's a lot of boats. And, you know, people are not going to the parks as much because of their cost. I don't know if they're going to be able to sustain enough people to go on these boats. These boats ain't cheap. All right. Did you see the Deadpool Wolverine movie? I heard it at $1 billion worldwide opening. Anybody back me? Huh? It was. Oh, did you see it? $1 billion, a lot of money. Disney makes money on cruises, says Prakash. How are you going to make money if it's expensive to take your kids and grandkids on the boat? I don't know. But anyway, you know who's taking the people on the boat? The grandparents taking their grandkids, the boomers. It's the boomers. All right, it's the boomers. Joey, you taking your kids on a Disney cruise? I'm a grandparent. I'm not taking my kids on my grandbabies on a Disney cruise yet. Not yet. That's a lot of money for, so I'm just putting that out there. I don't know if this is going to be, I don't know if this is a right, good things to do. All right, but we'll see. That's just a lot of money to be putting out for 4 boats. And this is going to be from 2027 to 2031. So, I mean, it's got time. About 6 years. All right, got about 6 years or so. So, newlyweds and almost deads go on those cruises almost deads. That's a horrible way of saying that. Gosh, John, Glenn, did you see gold stocks jumping today? Well, always what is my corroboration with gold? The dollar. Is the dollar falling? If it is, then gold should be jumping. Troy, we're going to take a look at that today as well. My next story, this is an interesting story. Chevron delivers industry first ultra high pressure oil field. This is going to be huge. So let me tell you why. It's a $5.7 billion contract called Anchor. Ushers in an era of production from deep water areas that had long been off limits because the lack of equipment able to cope with pressures of up to 20,000 pounds per square inch. This is now a possibility of uncharted territory for getting oil. This could be extremely big for Chevron. This could be really, I need you guys to keep your eyes on Chevron. If this is real, deeper and deeper we can go to find oil. And I think that it can be said that we probably do have more oil than anybody else on the planet right now. We just got to go drill it. But this now opens up, untaps spaces where we couldn't go. This could be big. This could be big. Earnings beat from Barrick Gold. Thank you, Pennywise. If I had a choice between Disney or Key West, I'd pick Key West. I'm with you, Troy. CVX is on your watch list. I like this play, folks. I like this play, and I cannot lie. All those other folks can't deny. When you look at Chevron digging way deep, you look at them and you go, oh, it's fly. Okay, we're going to go to the next story. Rocket Labs. Rocket Lab stock soars as revenue jumps 71%. It's an AI play. Is space firm catching up to SpaceX? Oh, talking about SpaceX, did you hear the story that in order to get the people down from the space station, they may be coming back with SpaceX, that the Boeing Starliner may not be bringing them back? They may be grabbing a ride on SpaceX? I feel for those folks up there. It was supposed to be an 8-day, it sort of kind of reminds me of Gilligan's Island. It was supposed to be a 3-hour tour. It's supposed to be an 8-day journey and then come back. They've been up there for how long? Almost 2 months? Almost 2 months? I feel for them folks. I feel for them folks. I said, luckily I keep my feathers numbered for just such an occasion. Yes, Bill, you're right. Another Boeing black eye. I thought it was going to probably put them on a better track to, get some more cred. But man, you're right. This is bad for them. And if SpaceX has to come bail them out, it might be. Rocket Lab is the most reliable launch company not named SpaceX. I'm with you on that. All right, so Rocket Lab is in my list today. Interesting. Chipotle, after the split, the stock got beat like nobody's business, right? 4 reasons to buy after the stock split. It seems like everybody split. Chipotle has industry high same-store sales at 11%. Number 2, Chipotle continues to expand at a rapid pace. Number 3, Chipotle is 100% company-owned. And number 4, Chipotle stock is trading down 20% from its highs, which could be a possibility of a rebound on Chipotle, so it's in my list today. They got a neutron rocket, Pennywise? I don't know. Can Boeing get anything right? Not right now, Fitz, unfortunately. Neutron could be a game changer. I'll take a look at that. And last but not least, earnings this week. We got, there it is. There's Barrick Gold. That was before the open. So these are the stocks that did report. Barrick beat. That could be a bolster for a lot of other gold stocks today as well. We're going to take a look at the full watch list of them. All right. So those are the stories that are moving the market. Now let's get back. Again, right now, what to do in the market. I see that we've got the rebound off the level of support. We are trending higher. A down day right at a level of resistance. Again, all of the yellow and the color guard should be all that you need to know. If you get an opportunity to buy something, I'd be careful buying something today on a down day. But don't be afraid to take some of that profit off the table. Gilligan's Island, known by us, almost dead. Oh, yeah, that's such a horrible thing. Gilligan's Island's reference was excellent. The JPI couldn't come up with something like that, right? You're right, it couldn't. All right, so that's the market. Let's go to my viewers. Let's go see what's going on. Let's start with the indices. What are the indices doing? Again, a mixed market, but not by much. We got a lot more down going. S&P is up about 0.25%. The Qs are up about 0.5%. The VIX is down, now back below the value of 20. Now we have less volatility in the market. I don't think that people are becoming less volatile. I think that the market got beaten up. The market's rebounding, and that's what's going on. But we're still at 19.5 in regards to the price. Once it's above 20, we know that we got a lot of volatility in the market. All right, what did John say that John's laughing at? Oh, okay, I got you. Gilligan's Island, known by... Yeah, I got that too. All right, here's the stocks that made the news. All right, here's the stocks that made the news. Here's my list of them. CMG is going up. Is that a possible rebound? XROF, look at that, up 3% today. I'm glad Mark's not here because Mark would be saying, hey, Glenn, did you tell everybody to go buy XROF? No, but a nice bounce, especially with the 2 words in there, purchase order. That's what XROF has been needing for the longest time. What it's been needing for the longest time. And you know something? Let's go look at XROF in and of itself. Would I take it today, put it on a 3-month graph? Not yet. You know what I'm looking for XROF? I love this story, but looking at the star search, I'm looking for the XROF to get into the 3rd lane. Now, what I do see, there's a level of support right here. From that level of support, I do see XROF moving higher. I'd really like it to get into the fast lane before I buy it. Now, if you're a little bit more aggressive, you like the news today, I'm not going to tell you not to take it, but I got a little bit of an indecision going on today with the doji, but I've got a lot of buying pressure as well. Glenn is 2 weeks older than me. I'm old. There's a lot of people that don't, don't be putting that up there because a lot of y'all are older than me. I'm not even trying to hear it. I'm not even trying to hear it. No. And don't even lie. Don't even lie and say, well, no. There's a lot of people in here older than me. So I'm just putting that out there. All right. I do like the move, but I need some more confirmation before I feel comfortable jumping on board with XROF. But the news is big. Let's go look at the other stocks in the list. Chipotle could be rebounding after all this beat up, right? The split happened. I'm wondering what has changed in Chipotle when the stock was going up compared to now. All right. Alna says, I'm older than you. Pennywise says he's 41. You won't catch me on the Disney anything, says Ocean One. I hear you. I took a good amount of profit in July and now have in the money market. Not sure what to do, though, when interest rates fall. When interest rates fall, what's going to happen is it's going to be good for the market overall, because it's going to be cheaper money. Interesting how all of Chipotle got all beat up. Look at the move, and we're in the fast lane. I'm going to say I'm a little okay with buying Chipotle. Maybe enough is, Popeye used to say it. That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. And I'm thinking that's what happened with Chipotle. That's all it could stand. It couldn't stand no more. And I do like the move up. Oh, buddy, I do like the move up. Big day here. But it's in the fast lane. It may be time to put Chipotle up. Now watch this. Because I've got the star search with support and resistance, I do have a level of resistance to keep my eye on right now at the value of about 56.96. We're not that far away. If it breaks above that, it breaks above this, the stock can go back to the splendor of what it was looking like before the split. Chipotle could be ramping up at a much lower price than when a lot of people were trading it here. All I'm saying, in the fast lane, baby, you heard it here. It may be time to start thinking about getting onto Chipotle. All right, what other stocks are in here? CVX. I like the news about being able to drill a lot deeper. It may not look like it now, but look at the big buying pressure with the big wick at the bottom of the candle. I'm liking this. This could be setting up as a hammer formation prior to the stock's price moving up. This is the first company that's being able to do this. This could be a groundbreaking big news for Chevron. I'm telling you again to keep this on your radar. I love the news about it. All right. Let's go to the next stock. This is the music company, that in Meta. I'm not all that warm and fuzzy about it. Maybe the news might help it get it out of its current doldrums, start to fade the gap a little bit. Meta should be in here too. There's Disney. I don't think, hold on to something. Earnings per share, $4.59. I want to see something else. What's the earnings growth? What's the earnings growth? 10%. That earnings growth is going to go down even more. That's a lot of money to be putting into these boats. And I'm thinking that they're doing this long term, looking to the long term. I'm not feeling, but you know something, I got a little hammer formation forming here. Could that bolster the stock's price moving higher? That's a lot of money outlay coming out of earnings. That's a lot of money outlay coming out of earnings. Bottom fish CVX, you know, I'm not ready to bottom fish yet. Let's go back to CVX. I'm not ready to bottom fish yet, but I'm keeping my eye on it. How about that? Ramor, I don't think I've got enough confirmation to actually start bottom fishing it yet. I got 2 gaps here that need to be filled. I'm looking for that. I'm not ready to bottom fish. Let it show me something first. But I do think that it could be groundbreaking technology for Chevron, especially them being the first ones doing it. Meta's in the fast lane. Meta's in the fast lane. So it looks like Meta is being affected more to the upside than UMG. But nonetheless, UMG is probably going to follow. Today is a down day, but look at the buying pressure on the wick. And it did break through this level of resistance. I do like that. That's not a bad sign. And after all of the AI companies got hit, Meta was one of the first ones that started to rebound. I'm okay with Meta right now, just not on a down day today. All right, just not on a down day today. All right, let's go see what else is in here. Why do I say I a lot? Rocket Labs, you know something? I like the news on it. I like that it's not in the fast lane yet, but right testing this level of support. Testing this level of support hasn't gone below. That's a bullish sign for me. That level of support sitting at $5.13. As long as it can hold up against that, it should have an opportunity to get back into the fast lane. But if it falls below that level of support, I wouldn't take it. Glenn, are solar stocks ready to run now? Akshay, I haven't looked at them. I got no news on them, so I don't know if I'm going to look at them today or not. All right, that could be another story for another time. If I can see that they are moving, I might do a video tomorrow with if solar stocks are moving. I want to see what industries are moving. Gold might be on the run. Talking about gold, where's my gold stocks? I don't have them in here. Let's go to Trending Thursday real quick because I got my gold plays in there. So you guys are talking about, there it is, Trending Thursday, new format. Let's go see what gold stocks are doing. Gold stocks. So a gold company beat, right? Wow, gold is moving. Where's the dollar? The dollar's up today too. But Barrick Gold beat, not the biggest mover today. IM Gold is the biggest mover today, up 11. But just about every gold stock in here is moving, and the dollar's moving up. Very interesting. That's abnormal. That's abnormal. When the dollar is up, gold tends to be down. But I'm thinking that this is getting some momentum from Barrick Gold beating. That's what I think is happening. So let's do this. Let's go look at the whole watch list. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's go look at the whole watch list. View the average watch list. I want to see, out of all of these gold picks in here, is it really moving? It is. All right, it's in the middle lane, but look at the sideways move. So I like today's move, but this is where you get the real information. Look at over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days. It's moving sideways, number one. Even though they're all moving up nicely today, where's it at? At a level of resistance of 50.75 on the total watch list. So I like the move, but don't get suckered into the move. Look at this. We've been trying to get through that level of resistance for all 5 days. We haven't been able to do it. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, does that make sense to everybody? It looks good, but are you warm and fuzzy about jumping on board with gold? This is where I jump on board with gold. When we moved into the fast lane, broke through levels of resist, that's where I want to be in. Not yet. Now, if you take advantage of it today, by all means do that. Make some money. But I'm not going to tell you to hold them overnight. All right, I'm not going to tell you to hold them overnight. If you make some profit, don't be afraid to take that profit off the table. 5 days trying to break through this level of resistance. Haven't been able to do it. Haven't been able to do it. Can you get the slow, middle, fast lane on the mobile app? The answer to that is no. You have to have the desktop in order to do that. But if you have the desktop, one of the things that I like to do, if I find stocks that are worthy of being star search stocks, I build a watch list so that I can watch those stocks on the mobile app. All right? But you have to have the desktop version in order to have the star search. All right. John says, many of the charts I see have a large degree of suckerosity with the rising wedge and indexes. Again, all I really wanted to bring to the front was that, I heard that gold stocks were going up. I want to give you the rest of the story. All right. I want to give you the rest of the story. So hopefully that made sense to many of you. Let's go back to here. All right. So these were all of the big stocks that made the news. All right, these are all the big stocks that made the news. Here's my earnings this week. Time is it? 12:37. Man, time is going fast. All right. Here's all my stocks that are for the week that are bringing in earnings. Gold beat. That's beautiful. Good upside. Good earnings growth. I like the play, but I want you to be careful with anything that's gold related. Alibaba reports this week. Walmart. Applied Material, a lot of stocks. Lunar, interesting. Lunar is going to report and sell recommendation. I still think that this is a feel-good stock, but it's a tough stock. RT is below 1, and it's not fundamentally sound. Rumble reports, Dole, Home Depot, Cisco, H&R Block. These are the stocks that meet. I'm going to sort these by relative safety. So the stocks that have the highest probability of meeting or exceeding earnings will be at the top of the list. AMAT, Walmart, Home Depot, amongst those at the top of the list. The ones that'll have a harder time. And look at that. Barrick Gold had a relative safety of 0.97, but had great upside capability. All right. Good earnings growth. They beat. And it was rewarded. It's gone up about 8%. All right. Rocket Lab's latest earnings was great and shows the company is moving in the right direction. I like the company. I like the company. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, let me give you some fish. And the reason why I am giving you fish is because we do have a primary wave up today, but keep in mind the market is down today, so be careful with these fish. My MPI, the near perfect indicator, 1 day optionable. Out of the 5 stocks, 4 out of the 5 stocks are going up. If nothing else, I want you to put these stocks onto your watch list. These are the fish that I'm giving you. We try to teach you how to fish, but we try to give you fish as well. Here's my 5 stocks from the MPI 1 day. My near perfect indicator enhanced. Got 6 stocks. 5 out of the 6 stocks are going up. Somebody wanted to know about VIS. Oh, it's VST, not VIST. But VIST, look at that, 4% today. Stocks that are moving up that, for the most part, are fundamentally good. Look at the earnings growth rate on these stocks. I like that as well. Contras, I'm not worried about today. I do have some picks for you today. My picks are always going to be
some of the best stocks in the database that are going to be fundamentally sound, moving up in price, good earnings growth. These are good long-term plays. Now, I say long-term, if the market goes down, these stocks are going to have the wherewithal to at least hold their own, and they're all optionable, and they probably all pay a dividend. So you probably get some passive income. 2 of them do not. 1, 2, 3 out of the 5 do pay dividends as well. So these are always going to be some of the most fundamentally sound stocks in the database that I'm giving to you as good longer-term plays. All right, VST recently received authorization to extend the life of one of their nuclear plants. Ooh, I like me some nuclear stuff. I'm all about looking at uranium. I'm a big fan of uranium. All right, live stream. I added some stocks to some of my portfolios today. What did I add to? Let's go down the list. Where did I add to? I forget. Oh, multi-bagger stocks. I added some new stocks there. This portfolio has gotten beaten up with the most recent pullback in the market, but still up 16.36%. All right. What did I add today? I did add IM Gold. It met the criteria, and we're up 5% today. Hamilton Insurance. New, we're down a little bit. ADMA made the list. Remember, this was a multi-bagger stock that made over 100%. It met the criteria. It's back in my portfolio again today. Top 5 weekly picks. I'm not going to show you that because that's going to be my video for tonight. I did add to my star search. This portfolio is up over 20%. Here's my next picks for the portfolio. With the new primary wave up, I built up some of my portfolios to keep my eyes on, but 20.89%, might as well call it 21%. Here's my next 5 picks for the star search. All right, so we'll keep our eyes on those as well. Pennywise, I already like defense stocks, so let's go look at weekly customer picks. About ready for that right now. Empty the watch list, and let's go see how many likes we get. 77. I'm still going to give you 10 stocks, but I'm going to put in a couple of my own. Defend, EXROF, Apple. These are my picks. All right. These are picks that I want. Palantir. All right, now I need 10 stocks from you. RTX, I like that play. GGAL, SN, VICI, BAMA, BMA, Nucor, and you, SMCI, Palantir is already in my list. SMR, Poland signs a $1.2 billion with Raytheon. Thank you, Pennywise. Woo. I'm telling you, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, the big names are getting contracts globally for weapons. I'm telling you, DFEN is a good freaking play. On TW, HIG, I just gave you more than 10 stocks. That's fine. All right, so here we go. Here's the stock picks. Look at that, 15 stocks. Look at that. And we only had 83 likes. I'm fine with that. SMCI, sell recommendation. Be careful with that. XROF, sell recommendation. SMR, sell recommendation. So those are my 3 stocks that are my problem children in the list. All right, let's go take a look at your stocks that you gave me. I like this layout with the star search and support and resistance. Put this on a 3-month graph. All right, GGAL, I like the move. Not lower lane, not lower left to top right, but nonetheless in the fast lane, down day to day. Oh, where is it coming back down to? A level of support, which is at the value. Interesting. I love using support resistance with the value of 33.31. If it falls below that, you probably want to take that off the table. But I like the pinch and I like the breakout. All right, let's go to the next one. So GGAL, I like that it's in the fast lane. I just wouldn't buy today. And look at the big wick at the top of the candle as it's approaching and testing that level of support. Let's go to the next stock. Ooh, HIG, another insurance company. Progressive is another good insurance company if you're interested in right now. I like the move. I do like the move from support.
Look at the move up. I'd like to see it get in the fast lane. Today's a down day. Probably wouldn't buy it, but I like the up move. Watch the fast DPO, though. The fast DPO is saying the stock is losing momentum, but it's only one day. I'd like to see it in the fast lane like here as a way to play it. All right. Same thing with Palantir. I own Palantir. It's in the fast lane. A lot of selling pressure, but still in the fast lane. As soon as this jumps back into the middle lane, I get out of the stock. The fast DPO in this case is still moving up while the slow is pulling down. Big wick, a lot of selling pressure right now. I wouldn't be afraid to say I would take half off the table. I wouldn't be afraid to say I would take half off the table. That's a big wick. It's not twice the body, so it's not a shooting star, but it is a lot of selling pressure on today's candle. I wouldn't be afraid to take some of that off the table. All right, and I'm honestly thinking about doing that myself today. SN, I don't like the big wicks at the top of the candle. It's a lot of selling pressure, even though it may be in the fast lane, but that's a shooting star. That's a shooting star. I'd be very careful about Shark Ninja right now. I do like that both DPOs are moving higher. That's a great thing. But the candles are telling me a story. The candles are telling me that the bulls and the bears are fighting, and the bears are pushing that. So I'll just be very careful with that. If the interest rate goes up, then all insurance companies will be going. Interest rates are not going to go up. All right, it's not going to go up. I don't think that that's going to happen. The time that would have happened would have been last year. That didn't happen. I told the Fed he needed to raise one more time, but he kept it steady. He wasn't listening. All right, but I doubt very seriously if the rates go up. But I'd be careful with Shark Ninja because of those two wicks at the top. TW, I like the move. Nicely moving up. A lot of buying pressure. Closed candle today, which means the price is lower than the open, but still higher than the close of Friday. That's a nice move. I like the move. Both DPOs are moving up. That's a good play. Next one. Ooh, Vici. So it's in the middle lane, but testing a level of support. That's not a bad thing. All right, the level of support is sitting at 30.69. If it falls below that, it's got another level right here to take out as well. But it is in the middle lane. It's using the middle lane as a channel right now. All right, a little bit of a sideways move right at a level of support. I'd like to see it be back in the fast lane before I take it. If you're already in it, though, it's not time to panic yet. You're still fine as long as it stays above that level of support. Next one, I like Apple. I like it, and it's fading its gap. Apple, I'm not afraid of taking Apple right now as well. Look at that. So I'm writing that down. What was the other stock I said I was looking at? AAPL? What was the other stock I said I was going to consider? Somebody wrote it. It's not in the fast lane, though, but it's definitely moving higher. What was the other stock I said I was going to keep my eyes on? Don't y'all guys listen? Because I forget. I'm having brain farts more and more and more. There was another stock that I said I was going to think about getting, but I like the move on Apple. I do like the move on Apple. I definitely would like to see it in the fast lane. It's got two levels of resistance to get through as well. Two levels of resistance to get through as well. We'll see. But I like the, was it was it HIG? It wasn't SMR, Bill. Was it HIG? I'm going to write it down. Y'all are trolling me. Stop trolling me. SMR, I'm going to write it down. CMG, that's the one. Thank you. It's CMG. Thank you, Jen. Y'all just trying to make me put all kind of stuff down there. CMG is another one that's on my list, but I do like the move on Apple. Now, I will tell you, because it's only in the middle lane, it's a little bit more of an aggressive move. I'd really like the confirmation of having it in the fast lane. That's what I'd really like. But if AI stocks are back on the rise again, this could be a good early move for Apple, but the early also incurs more risk. So I'm putting that out there. All right, next one, Alabama. Ooh, Banco Macro. Another stock nicely moving higher from the slow lane in the fast lane and breaking through a level of resistance today. I do like that. It's got another level of resistance to get through as it gets further into the fast lane. That may not be a bad play. You know what else I see? Coming off of the high. All right, coming off of the high. Look at that. It broke through the downtrend. That's another positive sign, as well as being in the fast lane, as well as breaking through a level of resistance. That may not be a bad play. All right, keep that on your list. All right, next one. Defense stock, they got beat. goodness gracious, golly gee willikers. The market goes down, defense stocks got beat. But you know something? When I put this on a longer term, bottom left, top right, a lot of volatility going on. But I don't think that you can go wrong. I'm going to write that one down too. That's going to be another stock I want to get back into. I don't know if I want to get back into it yet. I don't know if I want to get into it on a down day, but all of these stocks that we're looking at are bottoming and starting to move higher. I'd like to see it in the fast lane, like back here. If you jump on it now, it's a down day. Be careful with it. This bank and insurance companies indicates interest rates are not going anywhere. Prakash, we're going to see. We're going to see. We're really, really going to see. All right, another bank. And Prakash could be saying, like, these banks are moving. Not in the fast lane yet, but trending higher. Only one of the DPOs is positive, which is a bullish sign. The other one is getting there, but not there yet. And it's got a few levels of resistance to get through. I'd wait. I like that it made my list, but I would still want to wait right now. NVIDIA. Ooh. I'm thinking about NVIDIA. I'm writing that down. I'm thinking about NVDL. NVDL. Again, early move. Early move. NU earnings play. Let's go back to NU real quick. Let's go change my graph. Graph setups. I got to go find it. Where is it? Where's my earnings? Earnings graph. Let's go take a look. Earnings graph. Ooh. Rising earnings, falling earnings growth. You see that? Rising earnings, falling earnings growth, falling sales growth, falling relative safety. Oh boy. How do I feel about that? I'm not feeling super warm and fuzzy about that. All right? I'm not feeling super warm and fuzzy about that. Troy, I like that. If you jumped on NVDL, keep tight stops. There you go. I'm not feeling warm and fuzzy about new holdings. Ooh. I'm not going to call it pukey. Based on this, I don't know. It's a toss-up on what they do. It's a toss-up on what they do if they meet or exceed or miss earnings or not. This is telling me stuff that I don't want to see. How about relative safety is below 1? How about earnings growth is still positive but falling? Rising earnings, though, but look at the sales growth. I'm not feeling this. Ooh. An 80-cent move on earnings in which direction? Plus or minus 80 cents. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Based upon what I see, I'm not feeling warm and fuzzy about it. All right. Where's my Star Search? Where's my other one? Star Search Live. Because it's got the moving. It's got the. It's got the support and resistance on it. Gotta find it. Sigh. Oh man, it's in here somewhere. I just put back on Star Search for the time being. But the Star Search something. Star Search Live, there it is. That's got the support and resistance on it. All right. Got a couple of more stocks to get through. NVIDIA, I'm really thinking about NVDL. Did I write that down? Yep, I wrote that down. I'm really thinking about NVDL. Option predict magnitude of price move, not direction. I know, but you know, I could look at open interest to give me more of a feel of where the investors' momentum is going, whether it's going to be calls or puts, and where the call or put price is. So I use the options open interest for that perspective. All right. So you're right. It's not direction, but the option pricing is not direction, but the open interest and volume give me some semblance of possible idea of where investors are going. RTX, I like the move. Sideways move, I'd like to see it break above that level of resistance, which will already be in the fast lane. All right, it'll already be in the fast lane if it breaks above that. I'm looking to see if it can break above the level of 118.38. 118.38. Defense stocks have been outperforming since July 16th because it's a great play. When did I start telling you to look at defend? Pennywise, you remember? When did I tell you to keep that on your radar? Exroth, upward move, I need to see it in the fast lane. Upward move, I need to see it in the fast lane. Next one, and I like the story, actually about a purchase order. That's huge for Exroth. That's huge for Exroth. SMCI, Amir, you still in this? There's my level of support. There's my level of support. I'd like to see it bounce. I'd like to see the downtrend go away. Out of Palantir with 17% profit. Thank you, Glenn and Vivi. Yeah, I'm thinking about pulling some of that off the table. I'm not going to take it all off. SMCI rebound from sell-off. I don't know if I want to call it that yet. I see the bounce. Let me get, after all this time of being in the slow lane, I'm going to give you a preliminary super early entry. Let's wait for it to get into the middle lane. How about that, Rip Man? All right, that's what I'm looking for. If you want to be super aggressive early on it, let's see it break down through this break up through this downtrend and get into the middle lane. That is going to be way early, but you're going to incur a lot more risk doing that. All right, did you get what text? Should we buy anything in this currency political condition? I gave you some fish to take a look at. And then, Amir, I talked to you about what was going on in the market, how to manage and walk through this market. So I already talked about that, my friend. I did in the beginning. All right, and let's get to the last stock that's in here. SMR, little sideways move and a little level, broke through this level of resistance, now testing as a level of support. I'd like to see it move higher, just begrudgingly moving higher. If I look at the freehand line, it is moving higher, but not in a huge way. I wouldn't take it today as it being a down day. But I do like to move up. I need, how about I give you something to take a look at? If I'm thinking about SMR, I'm going to give you this level of right here. $11.02. That's a little bit more of a move than it is from right now. I'd like to see it break above that. Before I take any bit of it. But I do like preliminary the move. All right. What time is it? Look at that. I'm at 12:56, Joey. I can't stand myself today. I'm at 12:56 today. I want to hear Joey's mouth. Pennywise says, I think SMCI still has more to drop. I think that I see a level of support as I go back to that. I don't need you to, it's coming up 2 days off of a level of a low. I like it. I don't know. I'm not going to call it that it's got more down, but I got a solid level of support sitting at 476.53. 476.53. If it falls below that, then I got you, Pennywise. But right now, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I think it's got a nice little bounce off support. Let's see if it can sustain that. Both DPOs are negative, though. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt coming off a nice low level of support, a 3-month low, moving higher. We're going to see. Joey, do you have anything you want to say today? Even though I'm way early, I'm 3 minutes early. I don't want to hear your mouth. Today, you should be saying... No, I've been saying everything I need to say.
Talk about what we're doing on Wednesday?
No, I didn't talk about...
Well, you didn't say everything.
Well, thank you for being here, Joey, to correct me. Yeah, because that's what you do all the time is correct me, don't you, Joey?
Full-time job.
Yeah, whatever. We got a power hour coming up this Wednesday. Joey is my producer, Jen. He's my producer. We've got a power hour coming up this Wednesday at 11:30. So this is going to be a full hour of me just looking at your stocks. No news, no anything, just looking at your stocks. You come into LA, Glenn? I don't know. Remember we put out a poll on where you guys would want to come see us if we were doing a road trip. Joey got all of that information, and we're going to put that to the powers to be to see when or if we're going to do anything. So I'm not going to say that we're going to come to any place yet, but I wanted to know where you guys would travel. Can you discuss boil and cold metrics quickly? I'll do it quickly. I still got about 1 minute. I'll do it quickly. It's going to be quickly. Boil and cold. One is bullish on natural gas. One is bearish on natural gas. Boil is bullish. Cold is bearish. When one goes up, the other goes down. That's exactly how that works. Let's put this on a 1 month graph. Moving up today is boil, moving down today is cold. All right, cold is in the slow lane. Boil is just pushing its way into, and they're both pinching. But this is bullish natural gas, Boyle. And you notice it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days up on the bullish side, which means it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days down on the bearish side. So I'm of the mindset, I like to look at these when the market first opens in the morning and play that one, whichever one is going up for the day, and close out of it by the end of the day. This combination is a good day trade, day trade. What do you think is going to happen if to the market if the Trump wins? You know, I'm not going to get into that, Amir, because it's all political. That I've got a lot of ideas, but I don't think that this is the forum or the platform to discuss those ideas. So I won't. All right, so I won't. And Lisa, you're very welcome. Would the world come to an end? That's extreme, and I'm not going to jump on that rhetoric. Not in any way, shape, form, or fashion. All right. So, I'm not going to say it over and over. Folks, you guys have a great day. I got the 6 p.m. video coming out tonight, my top weekly picks for both U.S. and Canada. Make sure you check it out. And for all of the new people who are staying all the way to the end, thank you so much. If you haven't already, new folks, hit the subscribe button. We do this every day, all week long. Well, we get a lot of different variations of what we do. But hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you'll be alerted to when new videos and live streams come out. So please, and again, thank you so much for joining us today. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all of the peeps who've gotten too much rain or not enough rain. I'm praying for the people in California with the forest fires as well. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.